Improve your English skills. Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a young woman named Lily. Lily had a big dream. She wanted to travel the world, meet new people, and learn about different cultures. But there was one problem: she didn't speak English well. In her town, most people spoke their own language, and there weren't many chances to practice English. Lily felt shy and unsure when she tried to speak English. She made mistakes, and sometimes people didn't understand her. This made her feel sad. One day, Lily decided that enough was enough. She would work hard and improve her English skills. She knew that learning a new language was not easy, but she was ready for the challenge. Lily wanted to speak English fluently, just like people she saw in movies or on the internet. Lily went to the small library in her town and borrowed some English books. She found books for beginners because she knew she had to start with something easy. The first day she opened the book, she could only understand a few words. The sentences seemed long and confusing, but she didn't give up. She started reading a little bit every day. In the beginning, she could only read for 10 minutes because it was difficult, but soon she noticed something. Every day she learned 1 or 2 new words, and little by little, the sentences started to make more sense. Lily also wanted to improve her speaking. She had heard that practice was the key to success, but who could she practice with? There was no one in her town who could speak English fluently. One night, as she was browsing the internet, she found an online group for people who wanted to practice speaking English. The group was full of people from different countries, all eager to improve their English. Lily was nervous at first. She wasn't sure if they would understand her or if she would be able to speak well. But she joined the group, and to her surprise, everyone was very kind. They made mistakes too, and they laughed and helped each other. Lily started speaking a little bit, using simple words and short sentences. She wasn't perfect, but she was trying. Every day, Lily practiced. She would read a page from her book, write down new words, and then join the online group to speak. The more she practiced, the better she became. After a few weeks, she realized something amazing. She was no longer afraid to make mistakes. She knew that mistakes were part of the learning process. One day, Lily's online group organized a special event where everyone would give a short speech. Each person had to choose a topic and talk for 5 minutes in English. Lily felt excited but also scared. 5 minutes was a long time. She didn't know if she could do it. She practiced her speech many times in front of the mirror. She chose a simple topic, her favorite book. When the day came, Lily was nervous, but she stood up and spoke with confidence. She made a few mistakes, but she kept going. When she finished, everyone clapped, and her heart filled with joy. Lily realized that improving her English skills was like climbing a mountain. It was hard work, but each small step brought her closer to the top. She knew there was still a long way to go, but she wasn't afraid anymore. She had learned that with patience and practice, she could achieve anything she set her mind to. After her speech, Lily felt more confident than ever. She realized that speaking English was not as scary as she had thought. She continued practicing every day, and her skills kept improving. But Lily knew that she still had a lot to learn. One day, she heard about a new opportunity. An English teacher from a nearby city was coming to her town to teach a special class. The class was for people who wanted to improve their English speaking and listening skills. Lily was excited. She had never had an English teacher before, so she quickly signed up. The first day of class was different from anything Lily had experienced. The teacher, Mr. Johnson, spoke only in English. At first, Lily was nervous because she didn't understand everything. But Mr. Johnson spoke slowly and used simple words. He told the class, "Don't worry about making mistakes. In my class, mistakes are good because they help you learn." In the class, Mr. Johnson used games, songs, and conversations to teach English. Lily loved the way he made learning fun. Every day, they practiced speaking in small groups. Sometimes, Lily would forget a word or say something wrong, but Mr. Johnson always encouraged her. "Keep talking," he would say. "The more you speak, the better you'll get." Lily noticed that her listening skills were also getting better. She could now understand more of what people said in English. She started watching English videos online, first with subtitles and then without. At first, it was hard, but as time passed, she understood more and more. One afternoon, Mr. Johnson gave the class a big challenge. He asked them to write a short story in English and share it with the class. Lily felt a little scared. Writing in English was different from speaking. But she remembered what Mr. Johnson always said, "Mistakes help you learn." So she decided to try. She spent hours writing her story. It wasn't perfect, and she had to use a dictionary many times. But she was proud of what she had written. When it was time to share her story in class, her hands were shaking, but she stood up and read it out loud. Her classmates clapped, and Mr. Johnson smiled. "You did a great job, Lily," he said. "Remember, writing is just like speaking. The more you practice, the better you'll get." Lily's journey continued, and she found new ways to improve her English. She started keeping a journal in English, writing about her day and her thoughts. It helped her practice using new words and grammar. She also started listening to English podcasts, which she could do while walking or cooking. It was a fun way to learn, and she could hear how native speakers use the language in real life. One day, Lily got a letter. It was from the online group she had joined months ago. They were planning a trip to an English-speaking country and invited her to join. At first, Lily wasn't sure. Traveling to a place where everyone spoke English sounded exciting, but also frightening. Would she be able to understand everything? Would people understand her? But then she thought about how far she had come. She remembered the day when she was too scared to say even one sentence in English. Now she was writing stories and giving speeches. So she made a decision. She would go on the trip. When the day of the trip arrived, Lily felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. As she stepped off the plane in the new country, she heard people speaking English all around her. It was like a dream come true. At first, it was difficult to follow every conversation, but she was surprised at how much she could understand. She spoke with locals, ordered food at restaurants, and even asked for directions when she got lost. During the trip, Lily realized that improving her English was not just about learning words and grammar. It was about using the language in real life, in real situations. The more she practiced, the more natural it became. When she returned home, Lily was proud of herself. She knew her journey wasn't over. There was always more to learn. But she had come so far, and she was excited to continue. Lily's story shows that anyone can improve their English skills with practice, patience, and courage. It doesn't matter where you start or how many mistakes you make. What matters is that you keep trying, just like Lily, and with time, you'll see yourself getting better every day.